Hey everybody, welcome back to the Senators Roundtable. I'm your host Jacob Billington, joined by Dayton Reimer and Paul Quinney. How you guys doing?
Doing great.
Good.
Good, happy to hear that. Getting towards the end of the summer here, starting to get ready for training camp and whatnot. There's not a whole lot of Ottawa Senators news to talk about, but we can talk about two things that come out that are a couple days old now. First of all, Ian Mendes and Sylvain St-Laurent got hired by the Ottawa Senators. Ian Mendes was hired for the vice president of communications, and St-Laurent was hired for the director position. I just wanted to get your quick thoughts on that. Me personally, I think it's a no-brainer to have Ian Mendes in there. He's one of the best people in media as it is, and having St-Laurent, who was with PWHL Ottawa last year, and now is coming in and kind of gives the French aspect as well, which is something that Michael Andlauer has really preached about. So, Dayton, we'll start with you. What are your thoughts on the two hirings?
Well, I think getting Mendes in is just an obvious choice. He's one of the most knowledgeable people when it comes to the Senators. He's been covering them, I think, since before Dorion, hasn't he?
Oh, well, before he was in this
Yeah.
same position in 2000, from 2000 to 2002.
Yes, there you go. So he's been with the team for longer than anybody maybe could have imagined, someone being with a team owned by Eugene Melnick. And
Well, he wasn't with the team for a lot of time under Eugene Melnick.
but he was still there. He was still covering them, and he's come back. It's it's just the nicest story. I don't know. I feel really good for him. I think it's fantastic that he gets to work for the Senators, and I really look forward to kind of seeing what his impact is because he brings a lot of experience, a lot of knowledge, a lot of just, he's talked with so many of the players throughout the history, and he's a great addition to that team. I don't know quite as much about St. Laurent, but like you mentioned, he's bringing that French aspect that is super important in the city of Ottawa. So I think that's another just really smart hire, and it makes me really confident in the moves that Steos and Andlauer are doing and the team members that they're choosing to bring in.
Yeah, I completely agree. And I will mention, just with that kind of hiatus in the organization between Mendes and the Melnick regime, it just got to the point that he was pushed out of the organization for asking the tough questions, and even like shunned out of any information for a while. And it was, of course, he spent time, I believe, with Sportsnet and TSN 1200 and The Athletic, and he's just become a staple in Ottawa Senators media coverage. And he is one of the best reporters that have ever covered the team. And he's going to be missed in terms of a fan perspective reading his content. But yeah, Paul, what are your thoughts on the deal? The signings, I guess.
No, I just heard you talk about Mendes during the Melnick era. He himself said he was blacklisted for 4 years under Melnick. So
Yeah.
you didn't cross him and you didn't write things or say things that didn't sit well with Melnick. So I think his hiring, you've increased the level of professionalism in the organization. I think those two, because they know the media landscape and the fan base so well, it's another example of Andlauer building bridges to the community. I would doubt very much now that Mendes and Saint Laurent are in place that you'll see some of the gaffes that were made. Melnick admittedly was tough to control. He's kind of like a hockey's version of Donald Trump. Put him in front of a microphone, you never know what he's going to say. But I doubt you'd see things like Melnick threatening to move the franchise in a fit of pique. He probably helped Pierre Dorion with his well, not that he's there, but I remember, God, Dorion needs some help on the communication side. I'm thinking here of his "We're a Team" interview. Uh, it's just a degree of professionalism that I think you're going to see with Mendes, and he's one of a number of people that they've brought in to build bridges to the community, and they have brought in a lot of people. The Alfredson to Redden's back. I even heard oh gosh, I'm drawing a blank here. Dig, yeah, even Dig's walked back through the door. So he's been around the franchise. So I think it's all an example of what they're doing to increase the professionalism in the organization.
Interesting.
I will, sorry, I
no,
will
go ahead.
mention, just for any listeners who are a little bit unsure of what we're talking about between Melnyk and Mendes, there's a great podcast. It's called Owned with Rex Chapman, and Ian Mendes joins him to talk about the times with Melnyk. Great episode.
Interesting. I might
Yeah,
have to
it's
go
super
listen
good
to
if you
that.
haven't checked it out. Also, if you have an Athletic subscription, that's another place where you can see Mendes' write-up on the whole Melnyk regime. Both really good if you need some more information about that. Yeah, for someone who lived through it but didn't remember, because I wasn't in Ottawa at that point, it filled in a lot of blanks for me. And yeah.
Yeah, I think I read the piece and it was fantastic, but I'd like to listen to it as well. And Paul, you mentioned Wade Redden amongst some others. It was reported that Wade Redden and Sean Donovan left the organization. And I was talking to somebody and he said that he heard it was because Staios was just too strict, which is really interesting, which I think is a really good thing because that's not something you could ever say about somebody in Ottawa in a long time. And yeah, that's what I heard. I don't know if that's the truth, but that's just something that I heard. Was that they just didn't like how strict he ran things, which I think is a good thing for the organization.
Remind me where Redden was. It was player development, right?
Yeah, he was running like the development camps and stuff in the off season.
That's
Yeah,
interesting.
as
Okay.
well as Sean Donovan. So could have just been, listen, this is the way we're going to do things at Dev Camp now. This is how I like to have things done. This is what I want to see. And they might have just been like, you know what? That's not what we're here to do. We're here to do this, this, and this. Could have been a mutual parting of ways rather than just him being too strict. But
But you
yeah,
see,
that was the word that I was told, was strict.
But you see on the communication side, they've changed things. You don't see the controversy, anything that you used to. Regarding the arena, it's all being done quietly, professionally. They're not out in the media signaling their intentions. There were no big messy contract negotiations or dispute in the media. It was all just looked after. They're running a tight ship, and Mendes and St-Laurent are examples of that. It's all part of that process.
Yeah, and Saint-Laurent, he covered the Senators for over 20 years with, excuse my French here, but Les Droits, Ledroit. I'm not a French speaker at all, so I can't say that I'm familiar with his coverage. I just know that he is one of the best amongst the French coverage for the Senators. So yeah, another fantastic asset there.
It's close enough. You said it with such a lovely blue nose accent, Jacob.
That's how I try and get away with it. Just give my Nova Scotian accent out a bit. All right. So with those hirings out of the way, there's only one other really news piece, and that was Carter Yakemchuk signing his entry-level contract. Not much to really look into. He's going to be at training camp and play in the preseason, probably just 1 or 2 games. Bruce Garriock reported that he's not going to be challenging for a spot this year. He is going to go back to junior. That makes sense. This isn't the time for Ottawa to give him his 9-game stint either. They need to come out of the gate hot. They need to come out with the players they're ready to roll with. Not a whole bunch to think about in terms of that contract being signed, but do either of you have any thoughts on that?
Yeah, I think that is the exact right choice. Yeah, sign him to his entry-level deal. He is raw. He has great talent. He's looked really good in short stints. He's also looked really bad in short stints. He's got a lot of growing up to do, and I think he has a place within this franchise. He's got a lot of he's able to be a game breaker, I think, in the NHL, but he's going to need at least another, I think, 2 years in junior. He'll probably need a couple of years in the minors, and then maybe he'd be challenging for a roster spot. I think he's quite a ways away, but he'll be worth it.
Yeah,
If they take you got to take your time on him, though.
Yeah, he's got all the offensive skills. That doesn't need any more development. I mean, the guy scored 30 goals in the OHL or WHL last year. You can't say anything about his offense. And he's got the size and the physicality too. It's just putting it all together with some defense in there, and making some extra efforts on the defensive side. And that's going to be really good for him in junior because he doesn't have to worry about any other aspect of his game because it's all already there. And it's just the defensive steps that he needs to take. And I think 1 year in junior is going to be good, and then transition to the AHL. I don't know how it works with his age, but if he can transition to the AHL after 1 more year of junior, get used to that speed, and then work on getting called up.
Yeah, it's a move that frankly is hard to complain about. I mean, let's face it, the Senators have such a dreadful prospect pool. I'm just amazed at how bad it is for a team that hasn't made the playoffs in 7 years.
Yeah.
So they can't go wrong with this one.
I just talking about prospects, one thing that came across my mind within the last couple of days was really intrigued to see Tyler Boucher in training camp. We'll just leave it at that because I know Dayton, you've got some stuff to get to here. But Tyler Boucher, who I'm keeping my eye on, and we'll get more into training camp and who to keep an eye on and whatnot over the next few weeks. But that's just something I've been thinking about. And actually, right before we hopped on, I saw Sean Simpson, friend of the show, Sean Simpson, posted that as well. He's going to be looking for him as a wild card. All right, I'm going to hand over the host's mic to you, Dayton. You're going to lead us into some trivia.
Yes. So we've done trivia, I think, a couple of times on this pod here. And I have tried my best because I've always had like the random history facts, and then I fail miserably at trivia. So it's my turn to run trivia.
This isn't going to be good. As long as it's within the last 2 decades, I think I'll be fine.
Mostly is.
Okay.
I start with some easy stuff. I've got a few easy questions, a few medium questions, a few hard questions. We'll see what we get through.
Okay.
Now, if you noticed, I think it was early last week, I published an article about some milestones that the Senators are basically expecting to hit this year. Some players that will hit significant milestones in their career. And one of which is Brady Tkachuk. He's most likely going to hit 500 games this season, which is a pretty good number, and also a realization that he's had very little success in this franchise. But we don't need to get into that today. So, thinking of Brady Tkachuk's potential 500th game in Ottawa, can you name any of the 23 who have hit over 400 games with the Ottawa Senators? I'll let you guys work together on this. And just for the sake of time, I'll put on a 5-minute timer. See how many you can get within the 23 or within the 5 minutes of the 23 guys.
Okay. Are you keeping score for us?
I'll keep score. I've got a list here.
Okay.
And I can give you more points for guys who are lower on the list.
Okay.
Alfredson.
Like that.
Alfredson, yeah.
Yeah.
Phillips.
Yeah.
Spezza. He's at 697.
Chris Neal.
Chris Neal.
Yep. He's third.
Erik Karlsson.
Yep.
Thomas Chabot. Oh, wait. Yeah, I'm going to go with Chabot.
Yes. He has 432, so he's in the top 23.
I was just thinking that would be close because he's missed a lot of time.
Yeah.
And
just for reference, Brady has 440, so he's 60 away.
Okay. How many are we at?
Including, so you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Borwecki?
Oh, that's a good one.
Borwecki, no. The other one, sorry?
I just said that was a good one.
Yes.
Yeah, Borowiecki. Mark Mathot?
Did not hit 400 games, no.
Is there any goalies on the list? Would Craig Anderson be there?
This is only forwards, forwards and defense.
Only skaters. Okay.
Skaters, yeah. Because on elite prospects, that's how they sort them.
I can't. Yashin, did he play long enough?
He did 504 games.
Okay. Kyle Turris.
Yes. 407.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Still a few recent guys you haven't got.
A few recent guys. How recent?
One of them left the team in 2020. Pretty recent. One of them left in 2019. Another in 2020.
Mark Stone, Jean-Gabriel Pageau.
Peugeot, yeah. I don't know. Stone is not on the list.
Stone didn't even play 400 games with Ottawa. That's insane.
Unless I screwed up my list here, but I don't.
No, you know what? I'd believe it. I believe you if you told me it was like 362 or something like that. 2020. Who did they trade then? I said Carlson.
Not necessarily a trade. It's just he left.
Oh, okay. Ryan Dzingel did not play 400 games.
He did not. No.
No. Is Volchenkov on there?
Yes, he is. 428.
Chris Kelly?
Yes, 554.
How many games did Phaneuf play?
I can tell you it's not 400.
Yeah, because he was 2016. No, yeah,
He wasn't there long enough.
no. There's got to be some big ones we're missing here.
A couple,
I can
yeah.
feel it.
We talked about one earlier in the pod.
Earlier?
Yeah. You quickly mentioned him.
Oh, of course I said him too. That's going to bug me even more. What was the context?
He left the team.
Oh, Wade Redden.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I thought I said him.
Yeah. Oh, you might have. I might have missed it.
Did I say Chara?
He did not play 400 games. And Stone, by the way, hit 366. That was it.
Oh, my guess was 362. That's
yeah,
good.
Pretty close. Less than a minute.
All right. And how many do we have left?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 left. So over half. You've got over half.
Wow. I'm going to be mad here. I'm going to be mad when you tell me.
A couple of them for sure.
I said Kyle Turris.
Yep.
I said Spezza. Did Milan Mahalik play 400 games?
Sure did. 412.
Wow. I was thinking him, but I thought it would be in like the 200s.
Nope. He was around for a while. Hossa, yes.
Hossa. Havlat's not there, though.
Havlat is not. No.
Craig Anderson.
Just skaters. I didn't do
just
goalies.
Skaters. Okay.
Okay, there's my timer.
All right. Who are we missing?
I believe I think you only missed 9 of them here. So, number 5 with 689 games, Radek Bonk.
Oh, and you know what? While you were even telling us the question, he was in my head.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Number 7, Mike Fisher.
Oh.
Yeah, 675. Zach Smith was 612. Maybe more of an underrated one, Sean Van Allen.
I wouldn't have got that.
He was 96 to 2004, 465 games. Bobby Ryan had 455.
I was going to guess him, but I didn't think.
Yeah. Yeah, he was around for a while.
Yeah.
Just had some injury issues. Sean McEachran.
Yeah, could have got that one.
Cody Ceci.
Ceci.
Yeah.
Wow.
I can't believe he played 400 games in Ottawa. That's insane.
440, yeah.
How many games did Jason York play? 500? Was he there?
He played 380, so he was 20 short. The last guy was Andreas Dackel.
I never would have guessed him, but
he has 401 games with the Senators.
Yep.
That's just the cutoff. Okay,
All
so you
right.
guys did pretty good.
Not bad. I'm
Yeah.
upset about Fisher and Bong.
Those ones are tough misses. The rest, I think, are a little bit more underrated.
Yeah.
And it's the Senators. Yes, it feels weird to think that they've played that long with the franchise, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You guys want to do another one like that or something a little
Yes,
trickier?
sure. Whatever you're up to.
Okay. So another interesting milestone is Tim Stützle and Drake Batherson are 9 and 10 goals, respectively, away from hitting 100 career NHL goals. I now have the list of the 18 players who have scored 100 goals with the Senators. So it's a
18
little
that scored
trickier. There's
100.
only 18. Yeah. So I'll give you another. Was 5 minutes enough?
Yeah, I think that's good.
Perfect. I'll do the other 5 minutes. You guys can work together here. See if you can name the 18 guys who have 100 goals with the Senators. Because, of course, Stützle and Batherson have only played with the Senators.
Yeah.
All right. Go for it.
Danny Heatley.
Yep. Easy one.
Spezza Alfredson.
Yep.
To Chuck.
Yep.
Yep. Hossa.
Yep.
Yashin.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
You've got
100
most of the
goals.
top 7.
Okay. Eric Carlson.
Yep. 126.
Mike
Well,
Fisher has to be there.
He is. He's number 6. 167.
Chris Neal would be there.
Chris
Really?
Neal is. Yes.
Yeah.
Got a goal about 1 every 10 games on average.
1,026.
1,026 with the Senators, 112 goals in that time.
Wow. Less than a goal every 10 games.
Yes. But about 2.5 penalty minutes per game.
Yep.
Yep.
That's lower than I thought.
I know, right?
You
Okay,
said Chris
Radek
Phillips.
There's no way he has 100.
He does not. No, he's
No,
under that.
I would think like 40.
71.
Okay.
Yeah.
Radek Bunk. I don't remember
Yep.
if I just said that. Yeah. Redden.
Redden, yes. 101. So he's the cutoff.
Perfect. He's the cutoff. And how many do we have left?
7. 7 of the 18. You're doing quite a bit better here. You got 3 minutes left.
Yeah, much better.
Chara?
Nope, Char never hit 100 goals. He was mainly a shutdown guy. So
Mike Hoffman.
yes, 107.
Ooh.
What about Shabbat?
Shabbat does not have 100 goals with the Senators yet.
Wow.
Interesting.
62.
Really, that's a lot lower than I was expecting. That was good. That was a good one. Havlat.
Yes. 105 in 298 games. That's
That's very efficient.
yes, one of the best of the list.
Yeah.
Hossa, yeah. Said that one already.
We did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, now Sean McCackern.
Yep. He had 142.
That's way more than I would expect.
Yeah, he was pretty decent for a short period of time.
He was. Just because you set him for the 400, Sean Van Allen?
No.
No.
Yeah, he only got 44 goals in about 460 games.
Yeah. All right.
So it's 3 guys that are on the 400 game list and 1 guy who is not. And that's all you got left.
Did I say Mark Stone?
You didn't, but he is on the list. 123 goals.
So he's the one that wasn't on the 400 game list.
Correct.
Okay. Now I'm trying to think of who we already said. Said Chris Neal. We said Mahalik.
Oh,
We said
I missed Mahalik.
Oh, maybe we didn't say that.
Well, you said him now, so that
I
counts.
said him now. Okay. Said Van Allen McCachran. Oh, man. Did we say Brady Tkachuk for this one?
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
Paul got that one.
100 goals.
Kyle Turris, did we say that one?
He did not, but he has it. 117.
And how many do
One
we have left? Oh, God. How many goals did he have?
107 goals in 455 games. Played with the franchise from 2013 to 2020.
Bobby Ryan.
There he is.
Yeah.
30 seconds remaining.
Whew.
Crushed it.
We got that one.
Yeah. Okay. How we doing here? Oops. Yeah. Okay. We can maybe try a little tougher one here.
Tougher.
Just a little tougher. Little
oh,
tougher.
God.
A few more obscure guys. So,
okay.
Linus Ullmark, I guess, could hit 300 starts for his career this season. But he'll need to play a career high of 53 games with the Senators to hit that. There are 9 goalies in Senators franchise history who have played at least 50 games in the single season with the Senators. Can you name them all?
No, I cannot.
There's a few easy ones. There's a few tricky ones.
Craig Anderson.
Yep.
Patrick Lalime.
Yep.
Ray Emery.
Yes.
All right, here we go.
Yeah, those are the 3 easy ones.
Yep.
I know Lalime hit it 4 times. Anderson hit it 5 times. Emery just once.
Hasek?
No, Hasek didn't hit 50 games. He had that nasty Olympic injury that prevented him from doing that.
I think he hit 42.
53 games, I guess.
Lalime,
yeah. One of them was strangely, incredibly recent.
It wasn't Forsberg.
No,
okay.
But you're close.
Gustafson?
Which one, sorry?
Gustafson?
No. No, he didn't hit 50.
Recent.
Very recent.
Very
Korpisalo didn't play 50.
He played 55 games last season.
Oh my God.
He shouldn't
no
have.
No wonder the Senators missed the playoffs.
Yeah, 890 in that time frame. An 890 save percentage.
Pascal
there were 2 guys who had worse in more games.
That's not good.
Nope. They're old.
Pascal Leclerc.
No, didn't hit 53. Or 50, sorry, I should say.
You said Ray Emery?
Yep, said Ray Emery.
Yeah.
You're just missing 5.
Over half the list.
Yes. So the most recent one did it in 2010.
Brian Elliott?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, 55 games that season.
He was really good.
Yes.
Too.
A 909 save percentage that season.
Yeah. And he had like a 928 or something in St. Louis before too.
Yeah. Yeah, his time was too short, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Robin Leonard?
Leonard didn't hit over 50. No.
That's a really good guess, though.
That is a good one. Yeah.
Ben Bishop didn't.
No.
Give us another year.
Okay. The next recent is 2007, 2008. He was, I think, mostly known as a backup, but hit 57 games that season with a 910 save percentage.
Well, they went to the final that year.
That was the year before. That was with
before.
Ray Emery.
Oh. Martin Gerber.
There he is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did pretty good in that starting role after Emery left, or Emery was relegated, I guess.
Martin Gerber. Wow. I can't believe he played that many games.
Mm-hmm. And did pretty decent.
Yeah.
Next recent guy. He did it twice once in 96, 97, the other in 97, 98. People called him Dusty. I don't know if that's too much.
Not for me, it's not.
Okay.
I'm too young. That's before my time.
That's fair. Let's try another one then. Oh, those ones are older because they didn't have anybody
Yeah.
to play the games. So
Any 90s goalies coming to mind, Paul?
Got me. Dusty.
Dusty,
I mean,
yeah.
that was my time. I don't recall it, Dusty.
No.
You got a minute left. Do you want to?
Yeah, I'll call it there. You good, Paul? Call it there.
Let's call it.
Okay.
Who's Dusty?
Dusty was the nickname for Damian Rhodes.
Oh,
There
I
you go.
totally could have got that one.
Yeah. So he did 50 games twice, and he's the only other one to do it multiple seasons other than Anderson and Lalime. The other two were
Ron Tugnut.
Tugnut never hit 50 games.
No.
He was always battling with Rhodes or some other of the goalies at that point. So they kind of split it. But in 92-93, their very first season, Peter Sidorkiewicz played 64 games.
I'll believe you.
Yeah. One of the, I think, only starting goalies with Polish descent.
Interesting.
Fun trivia for you. 856 save percentage.
Not interesting.
No, he won 8 games.
I just looked up Tugnut and he hit 43 times in a row.
Yeah.
Didn't hit 50.
Yeah, he was great in Ottawa, just didn't have the big seasons. The other guy might be a one you know. I believe he won a cup in Colorado, and that was Craig Billington.
Oh, I didn't think I was going to guess that.
Yeah, 93,
that makes me
94, he
mad.
played 63 games, had an 859 save percentage,
Ah,
111.
Billington. I thought Jacob, you should have had
I know,
that
and
one.
you know what? I was going to guess that, but I didn't think he played more than a dozen games in a season for Ottawa. I need to get his jersey.
That would be a good one.
I need to get his jersey.
Yeah. All right. So I see we're running low on time here. I'll give you one quick one. It's a tricky one, so if you can get any of these,
Okay.
bonus points for you. So David Perron, Claude Giroux, they're going to hit most likely 1,200 career games this season. Can you tell me which players have hit a games played milestone while playing in Ottawa that's over 1,000 games? There's 11 of them.
Like on another team playing at the Canadian Tire Center?
No.
Okay,
only
they hit their
Senators.
milestone playing for Ottawa. Okay.
Yes.
Alfredson,
Alfredson, yes. He did it twice, 1,000, 1,100.
Phillips,
Yes, 1,000 and 1,100 for sure.
Neil?
Oh, I might have missed that one. That one does count, yes, because he hit 1,000 games. Just forgot to put him on my list.
Did
The rest of them
Hasek?
have other teams with them, so it wasn't all just in Ottawa.
Yeah. Did Hasek hit it?
Oh, once again,
Just
that's my
skaters.
bad.
Okay.
I only did the players or the skaters.
He might not have hit a milestone. He only played a handful of games.
Yeah.
Sergei Gonchar.
Yes. Actually hit 2, 1,000 and 1,100.
Okay. I assume this is not including Perron and Giroux.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
Couple of guys who were only here for a brief amount of time, but managed to hit.
And this is 1,000 plus for like 1,000,
1,000 plus.
1,100. Okay.
Yeah. So kind of those big ones, 1,000, 1,100, 1,200, 1,300.
Yeah.
Enough?
No, Phaneuf didn't hit one of those in Ottawa.
See, they haven't signed many big veteran, like old players.
Not for a while, no. But one guy did it last year. No, 2 seasons ago.
Did Branson? That was
Nope.
longer than that.
Like he only played what 16 games or something like that.
No, he played 2 seasons, a season and a half. Yeah.
I felt like he was just pushed away so quickly.
He was.
Yeah.
As soon as he hit the ice.
Yeah.
Would Mike Fisher be on there?
No, Mike Fisher didn't hit that in
He
Ottawa.
didn't hit 1,000. 2 years ago, who did they have that was that old?
It was his second stint in Ottawa.
This is gonna hurt when we find out.
It sure is.
Yeah. I'll give you guys like another
Oh,
30 seconds.
Derek Brassard.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah. Got that. That's all I got.
Yeah,
Any others, Paul?
you got me.
Okay. The ones you missed were Jason Smith hit 1,000 in Ottawa. Luke Richardson hit 1,400 in Ottawa. Alexei Kovalev hit 1,200. Kevin Dineen hit 1,000. David Legwand hit 1,000. Ron Hainsey hit 1,100. And
Really?
a nice obscure one for you. Curtis Lecision hit 1,000 in Ottawa.
Very interesting. I wouldn't have got any of those.
That was one of my
Maybe
trickier
Hainsey.
ones.
Maybe Ron Hainsey.
Yeah.
Might have got that one.
I definitely forgot Legwand played in Ottawa.
He's my go-to on the puck doku. He's my Nashville, Ottawa.
Yeah, he's a good one. Because it was, I think, only a season, but
yeah,
right near the end of his career.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's all the trivia I guess we have time for. If you ever want some more, I got lots.
Yes, maybe in another few weeks or so, and the dog days of the summer and middle of September, nothing going on, we'll do another one.
Sounds good.
All right. Thanks everybody for tuning in this week. Hopefully you played along with the trivia, and let us know how you did in the comments and who you were laughing at us for forgetting. Mike Fisher's a bad one, and so is Bong. So yeah, just let us know in the comments kind of how you did on that trivia. And we'll see you next week.